Hello, good evening, everyone. Yeah, good evening, Aninda. Very fast. Good evening, all of you guys. Welcome to Gradeup. I'm your host, Saral Nesher, with you now. Good evening, Adab. Feel gives me a feel of KBC, like Amitabh Bachchan is giving his introduction. Okay, so I'll wait for another minute or so for the other people to join if anyone is joining. So, and then we'll start, guys. I hope I'm audible to you. I'm visible. Aninda, yes, am I? Good evening, Lipin. Yeah, good evening, Alok. Yes, Lipin, Alok, Aninda, please confirm. Am I audible? And am I visible also to you? Then I'll start. Just confirm it to me once. Okay. Lipin says yes, Aninda says yes. Okay, yes. Pratham saying clear, okay, clear and loud. That's great. That's great. Chali ji. So I think it is the time to start now. We can start. Let me just put these chats here so that I can see your chats, guys. Yes, I can see all your chats. Okay, everyone. So the session that we have today is score up in DILR with previous year paper questions. I mean, this is one session from that series of sessions that we are doing, in which we discuss the previous year papers of CAT. So today again, I'm going to discuss CAT 2018 Shift-1 paper. Though it was discussed yesterday, I think yesterday or day before yesterday by Jatin sir as well. So there are 8 sets in DILR. Obviously, all 8 cannot be done in each of the sessions. So we generally take 2 in a session. So I think he had taken 2 of the sets. So I'll be discussing another 2 today. So the set that I've chosen first is from set theory. Why set theory? I mean, because this is one area I feel that many of you are not very comfortable with. So therefore, I'm trying to use set theory today before, after discussing those 2 sets which were done yesterday. So set theory is one area from which almost every year we have one set in LRDI. I mean, in 2018 Shift-1 में there was a set, Shift-2 में I think there was a set, 19 में Shift-1 and Shift-2. So in these 4 papers, if I remember correctly, sorry, 17 का Shift-1, Shift-2, 18 का Shift-1 and Shift-2. Out of these 4 papers, 3 definitely had a set theory question, and I think fourth also had it. I'm not very sure about fourth, so that makes it important. Moreover, from one set, you have 4 questions, so therefore it makes it important as well, right? And because students generally do not feel very comfortable with this, so I thought let us start with set theory only. I'll I mean put my efforts to make you comfortable with set theory. Let's see if I'm able to do that. So let's start, guys. Okay. So this is the first set that I'm going to discuss. It became a very famous set about satellites. So I'm going to discuss this set with you now. So some information is written over there. You can see that 1600 satellites were sent up by a country for several purposes. The purposes are classified as broadcasting, communication, surveillance, and others. A satellite can serve multiple purposes. However, a satellite serving either B or C or S does not serve O. The following facts are known about the satellite. So कुछ और चीजें उसने हमें बताई हैं. So now there is some information, the number of satellites, etc. Everything else is given to us. Okay. So to solve this set, what I have done, I have put all this information in slightly smaller font on the next slide. I've already made these Venn diagrams. The first thing is, how do we get to know that we have to make Venn diagrams? This is the first thing that we have in our mind. कैसे पता लगता है? See guys, whenever you have information which is specific means when he talks about how many satellites are classified as B and C but not S, how many of them are only B, how many of them are only S, how many of them are S but not C, such kind of specific information, when it is there, we make Venn diagram. But when it gives something like how many satellites are classified as exactly 2 of them, how many of them are exactly 3 of them, how many of them are exactly 1 of them, in those cases we do not use Venn diagram, we use that token distribution approach in those questions. Here if I look at this set, the first information is number of satellites serving BCS in the ratio of 2:1:1. All 3 is 100. The number of satellites serving exclusively C is same as number of satellites serving exclusively S, which is 30% of exclusively B. Number of satellites serving O is same as the number of satellites serving C and S but not B. That makes it specific. And therefore we have this Venn diagram which I have made in front of you. So now we'll be solving questions according to this Venn diagram only. I hope you have understood this part at least, right? Second thing, there are 4 satellites here, 4 classifications basically: broadcasting, communications, surveillance and others. So according to these 4 classifications, actually I should be having a Venn diagram of 4. I made a small circle over there. The reason is he has cleared it here only. A satellite can serve multiple purposes. However, a satellite serving either B or C or S does not serve O. That means O is not having anything common with B, C or S, right? A satellite serving B, C or S does not serve O. So the satellites which are serving O, they are not serving any other purpose, right? Therefore, I have made this small circle over here in your Venn diagram. This small circle would be actually representing O, and the bigger circles, they are representing B, C, S. I have made something common in them because there can be something common in them. I hope that is clear. Okay. So till now everything should be clear to you. Any doubts to anyone? Please type it in the chat box whenever you have a doubt, whatever question you have. My purpose is to make you comfortable with set theory by doing this set. And let me tell you guys, this was considered as one of the very difficult sets in that particular paper. So we'll try to do it in very easy way, right? And I hope you would understand that how can we make our questions easy. Okay guys, now first thing is, suppose this is B, this is C, this is S and this is O. Many times we have this approach in which we start doing this, that okay, let us name these areas as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. ये सब कर डालते हैं. And now according to the statements, we'll start making equations and we'll find out the values of these variables. Extremely wrong approach. I mean, many people do this. Even I used to do it initially, but it is wrong because I have kept 8 variables by doing this. If I have equations, there will be some some equations in 4 variables, some in 5, some in 7. Now using those, I have to find out the values of all the variables. That becomes extremely difficult for all of us. So this is a wrong approach of doing the question. Rather, if you look at the questions, what can be said about the number of satellites serving C? The options are telling you, you do not get the exact value of all the variables. So even if I have 8 variables and I do not have exact value of all 8 variables, how difficult would it be to manage them? It is like you are having 8 kids at home and you are alone, right? You have to manage all the 8 kids. You cannot understand how difficult is it. I am a father of 2 kids, so I know this. So that cannot be done, guys. Try to keep the variables minimum possible. Try to keep the kids minimum possible so that you can manage it. So do not do this, whatever I have done here. So I am just going to erase this, right? I'm not going to take variables like this. How would I do that? I'll talk about that as well, right? How are we going to do and what makes it easy? We'll talk about this. Okay, let's move forward. The number of satellites serving B, C, and S are in the ratio of 2 is to 1 is to 1. Don't do this. Don't use it, right? The number of satellites serving C is circle B. Number of satellites serving C is circle C and circle S. Circle B, C, and S, they are having 4 different areas, each one of them. B में ये 4 areas हैं. C में भी there are 4 areas, right? Similarly, S में 4 areas. Again, there will be multiple variables. Don't do this, right? Do not use this information first. Forget about it. Come to the second one. The number of satellites serving all 3 of B, C, and S is 100. Put it as fast as possible. It is like Google Pixel 4a. जैसी पकड़ में आ जाए फटाफट ले लो, right? I took it yesterday, so therefore I know it was out of stock within a minute, I suppose, right? This is that kind of information because this is specific. The moment you get it, put it there, right? There cannot be any information better than this. जो बिल्कुल specific है, you get to know that this area is this. Straight away put it. Don't wait for it. So therefore I have straight away put 100 over there. Okay. And now because I have used this information, so I am highlighting this that I am not going to use this information now. Not needed. And you have this highlighter in CAT as well, guys. So you can highlight there as well. Don't think that मैं यहीं पे कर पा रहा हूँ. You can do it there as well. You have that opportunity. Third pair. The number of satellites serving exclusively C is same as the number of satellites serving exclusively S. This number is 30% of the number of satellites serving exclusively B, right? So number of satellites serving exclusively C, that means this area is same as exclusively S, that is this area, and this number is 30% of serving exclusively B, that is this area, right? So two areas which are in C and S, question says they are equal, right? And they are 30% of the area which I have marked in B. 30% of the area that I have marked in B. Now, another important point. If I take this as A, what should I take this? इसका 30% A है. If इसका 30% A है, what would this number be? A upon 0.3. Why are we doing this? We have to make our job easy, not difficult. So why will not do this? What would I do? 30% आप किसका आराम से निकाल पाते हैं? For which numbers you can easily calculate 30%? Can I say multiples of 10? Right? 10 का 30% is 3. 20 का 30% is 6. That way. Shouldn't I assume this number as 10A? 30% of 10A is 3A. So automatically these two numbers would become 3A. So I have used one variable now. I had to use, there was no option with me. So 10A, 3A and 3A keeps the numbers as integers. So this again makes my job a bit easy, that rather than taking numbers in decimals, I am taking the numbers in integers. And again, because this information has been used, so let us highlight this as well, that this has been used. I have used both of these informations now. So therefore, I can move forward. Okay. I hope all of you are able to understand things, guys. Right? I'm sure you can understand everything, whatever I am saying. And please keep typing on the chat box so that I get to know that you are getting whatever I say. Because it's the only way through which I can know you are there. Okay, next. The number of satellites serving O is the same as the number of satellites serving both C and S, but not B. Number of satellites serving O, that means this number, is equal to the number of satellites serving both C and S but not B. Both C and S but not B is this area. So can I say these two areas are equal? Again, this is also mentioned over here, that these two areas are going to be equal, right? So I'm not putting this figure now. I just want to minimize my number of variables. So currently I'm leaving it. I'm trying to use statement 1 as well. Let's see if I can use something from there. If not, then I'll put this number, right? So let us start checking from statement number 1. The number of satellites serving B, C and S are in the ratio of 2:1:1. So the number of satellites serving B, serving C and S are in the ratio of 2:1:1. So doesn't that mean that the number of satellites serving C and S are the same? The number of satellites serving C and S are the same. I hope you are getting this, because C and S are in a ratio of 1:1, so they should be the same, right? And if they should be the same, what does that mean if C and S are same? Look at this. Look at the circle C and look at circle S. The question is saying these two circles should give us the same value. Now, can I say that this value is already equal in both of them because this is common? Similarly, this value is already equal in both of them. This value is again common in both of them. So the remaining two areas, that is these two areas, can I say they must be equal now? Look at circle C and S. In circle C and S, whatever is common, that is already common, which is equal for both. Out of the uncommon areas, one common area is already equal, that is 3A, 3A. So the दूसरा uncommon area hai, the blanks, they also must be equal. So can I, now I'll have to take a variable, I do not have a choice. So can I say this number should be B, then this number should also be equal to B according to this? Both of these numbers, which are unknown currently, would become B. And it also says that it is the number of satellites serving B is twice of these. So how many satellites serve B? Let us see. B को कितने सर्व कर रहे हैं? 10A plus B plus B plus 100. Right guys? The number of satellites serving B is 10A plus B plus B plus 100. Look at circle B. You will get to know. Circle B is 10A, B, 100, B. Add all of them. This should be twice of C or S. Take any one of them. This should be twice of C or S. So if it is twice of C or S, so what is C? C is 3A plus B plus 100 plus that blank area. I am calling that as question mark. Rather than taking them as another variable, I am writing that as a question mark. Why am I doing this? I would be able to calculate the question mark from here now. See, 2 से इधर लाके मैं cancel out कर देता हूँ. 10A by 2 is 5A. B plus B is 2B. 2B by 2 is B. 100 by 2 is 50. This is equal to 3A plus B plus 100 plus that question mark. So what is that question mark according to this? Minus कर देते हैं. 5A minus 3A is 2A. B से B is cancelled out. And 50 minus 100 is minus 50. See, we have not used another variable and we got to know that this area is 2A minus 50, which is equal for both of them. The area which is equal in O as well as the area which is common to C and S but not B, these two areas are equal and both of them are equal to 2A minus 50. I hope you guys are getting this. I am not getting any messages from your side. Please keep telling me whether you are getting this or not. Keep sending me messages on the chat box so that I get an idea that you people are there. And obviously I get to know if you have a doubt. So whenever you have a doubt, I'll explain that again. So till now, I hope you have understood this portion. So Lipin Kumar is there. Yes. Others guys. Okay, so let us move forward now. So we have used almost all the informations now. The first one has been used, which is 2:1:1. The last one has been used, which is this. So the 4 given informations have been used. What is left? This is left. 1600 satellites were sent. That means all these areas which I see in these 3 circles or that 4th circle, all of them should add up to 1600. So let's add all the areas guys one by one. B में क्या क्या है? 10A plus B plus B plus 100. Apart from that, C में है 3A और S में भी है 3A, and then 2A minus 50 is there twice. Can I say this all should add up to 1600 now? This all should add up to 1600. So 10A plus 3A plus 3A, that is 16A. 16A plus 2A का double, that is 20A, plus B plus B, that is 2B, is 100, or minus 100. They would cancel out. 100 and minus 100. This whole should be equal to 1600, or we can say 10A plus B is equal to 800. From here I get to know that 10A plus B is equal to 800. I hope you people have understood this portion till now, that we have got this equation. Where from we got this equation? All these areas in these Venn diagrams, they should all add up to this 10A plus B is equal to 800. I hope no problem in this area now. Please ask any question. Wherever you have a doubt, you can ask me those questions, guys. Okay, so let's start putting some values now. 10A plus B is 800. So what all values of A and B can be there? Okay. If I say 10A plus B is 800, so obviously 10A is a multiple of 10. 800 is a multiple of 10. So I have to put some values of B such that they become a multiple of 10. So B should also be a multiple of 10. So what all values of B I can put here? The values of B that I can put here, they are, the first value can be 0. In that case, A would be equal to 800 by 10. 800 by 10 is 80. The next value of B can be 10. In that case, A would be 79. The next value can be 20. In that case, A would be 78. And if I go on like this, the last value of B is 800. Right? In that case, A would be equal to 0. These are the values of A and B that can be there. The point is, can I take all these values? I mean, can I take B as any of these values? Can I take A as any of these values? Probably not. The point is that all the values which I see in this Venn diagram, none of these values should be negative in any condition. None of the values should be negative in any condition. That is the one important point. So 10A, B, 100B, 3A, 3A, they are anyways not negative. The only problem that can be created is by 2A minus 50. And 2A minus 50 says that if you do not want it to be negative, can I say A should be greater than or equal to 25? Because if A is less than or equal to 25, there would be a problem, right? If A is less than or equal to 25, you always have a problem, because the moment A is less than 25, in that case, this 2A minus 50 would become a negative number, and that is not allowed, right? So I cannot go with A which is below 25. The maximum limit of A is 25, and obviously when A is 25, I will get the value of B as 550. एक और 25 इक्वेशन में पुट करके देखिए, 800 minus that will be 550. That gives us the answer. So now I have this value. तो ये सारी values मुझे मिल गई हैं. By putting the values of B, I can get all of them. So now I can just move on to the questions. Let's see what all questions can be there. Okay. Let's see, guys. So first question that we have here is, what best can be said about the number of satellites serving C? So what can we say about number of satellites serving C, guys? You check this. Number of satellites serving C is 3A plus B 100 and 2A minus 50. Okay, 3A, B 100 and 2A minus 50. So 3A, B 100 and 2A minus 50. So the sum of all these values is 5a plus b plus 50. So what can we say best about this? 5a plus b plus 50. Now the options are like cannot be more than this, must be at least this, must be between this, and must be between 400 and 800. So basically we have to find out a range of this, right? Now from this equation we know that a and b, what can they be? So the values of a and b, if you look at this series, right? So a is maximum 80, b is 0. So when I put a as 80 and b as 0, what do I get this number as? 400 plus 50, that is 450, right? And the last limit is that a is 25 and b is 550. So when a is 25 and b is 550, what is this number as? 125 plus 600. 125 plus 600 is 725. This means this value has to be between 450 and 725, and that is our answer. That is option C, right? Just a second, guys. I hope this is clear to you guys. I hope you have understood this question. So let's move on to the next one now. What is the minimum possible number of satellites serving B exclusively? So B को exclusively serve करने वाले how many satellites are there? Let's see B को how many satellites serve, right? Number of satellites serving B exclusively. Exclusively serving B is 10A. Exclusively serving B is 10A, right? And value of A is maximum 80, minimum 25. So 10A is maximum 800 and minimum 250. So maximum 800 and minimum 250 mein what is he asking you? Minimum possible number. Minimum possible number is 250. So therefore our answer is again option C. So rather than going back to the slide again and again, I hope now you can answer the questions by yourself because the difficult part is done. We have solved the question completely. We have got the range of the values of A and B. Now whatever is the question asking you, just keep putting the values of A and B over there, and I think you can get the answers by yourself. Okay. Similarly, I mean this question is there and similarly the last question is there. You can just put the values and get the answers. Okay. I hope no more problems now in this question. I mean, at this stage, you can easily do it. I mean, no more a problem. Okay. Let's move forward to the next question. So this was another question which was asked in the same exam. So just read it once, guys. Take a minute, okay? And we'll start discussing. I'll just switch on the fan. Yes, I hope you had a quick read of this. Fuel contamination levels at each of the 20 petrol pumps P1 to P20 were recorded as either high or medium or low. Contamination levels at 3 pumps among P1 to P5 were recorded as high, and then so on and so forth. Information is given. Again, to solve this, I have just made a table beforehand so that we can keep them easily here. Because there were 20 petrol pumps, so therefore I have made a large table so that I can use it here. So I will be writing here 1, 2, 3 and so forth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. So these are the 20 petrol pumps which are there with us, right? And each of them is at either high contamination level, which obviously will be representing by H, medium is M, and low is L. This is that we'll be using. Okay. So let's start filling this. Contamination level at 3 pumps among P1 to P5 were recorded as high. So from P1 till P5 we have 3H. Which 3 we don't know. So currently I am writing it like this only. P6 was the only pump among P1 to P10 where the contamination level was recorded as low. So P6 में contamination level is low and it is the only pump. It is the only pump का मतलब एक तो ये हो गया that in the first 5 pumps, apart from 3 H's, the other 2 should be M because no more low can be there now in the first 10 pumps. And similarly, from 7 to 10, everything should be either H or M because L cannot be there. Question has already told you that in the first 10 pumps, you cannot write L anywhere else apart from the pump number 6, which is given to us. I hope this is clear that how in the first 5 you have this. Hello, Shashank. So I see that the response is quite weak today. People are not responding somehow. In the first 5, you will see question was saying 3 are high. And then he said in the first 10, 6 is the only one with low. So in the first 5, 3 are high, the other 2 must be medium. Low to or hai nahi. And 7, 8, 9, 10 cannot be low. So they would be either high or medium. Nothing else can be there. That is given to us in the question. Okay. Third pe aate hain. P7 and P8 were the only 2 consecutively numbered pumps where the same level of contamination were recorded. That means these 2 are the same. That is 7 and 8. Right? So whatever we write here, the same thing we would be writing here. Right? It would be either HH or MM. Moreover, he is telling you that this is the only 2 consecutively numbered pumps where they are recorded. So only 2 where they are same. If these are the only 2 where they are same. So one thing is simple, guys. Suppose they both are H and H. Can I say the 9 can be M only and 10 can be H only? There is no other possibility. And if they are M and M, then 9 can be H only and 10 can be M only. There is no other possibility. 7, 8, 9 and 10, they are only H or M. 7 and 8 are the only 2 which are equal. No other 2 consecutive can be equal. So the moment I write HH, next one has to be different. The moment I write MM, next one has to be different. And next to that should also be different then. And by that logic, in the first 5, if 3 H's are there, those 3 H's must be first, third and 5th only. There cannot be any other possibility because no 2 should be equal which are consecutive. So out of 5 pumps, 3 are highly contaminated and no 2 consecutive should be highly contaminated. The only possibility is that first, third and 5th are there. First, third and 5th are high. Second and 4th, they are medium. 6th is already given to us as low. 7 से 10 के लिए we have 2 possibilities. So I have made both the possibilities here in front of you. So I hope for the first 10 pumps, we have calculated everything and that has been sorted now. Let's move forward. High contamination levels were not recorded at any of the pumps from 16 to 20. So 16 से लेके 20 तक everything is either medium or low. Everything is either medium or low. Right? The number of pumps where high contamination levels were recorded was twice the number of pumps where the low contamination levels were recorded. So number of H's were equal to twice the number of low contaminations. H की वैल्यू जो होगी वो L के twice के बराबर होगी. H will be equal to 2 times that of L. Okay. Now, one important point is, if you look at 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20, just look at those. 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. In those 5, you have to put only M or L. And we also know 2 consecutives cannot be equal. So, can I say minimum, यहाँ पे minimum 2 L's would be there and maximum 3 L's would be there? In those pumps 16 to 20, you have to fill only M or L. So obviously no 4 can be the same because consecutive ones cannot be equal. तो जो भी आप 16 पे put करोगे 17 would be different, 18 would be same as 16th, 19 would be different, 20th would be same as 16th. So 16th, 18th and 20th they would be the same, 17th and 19th they would be the same. मतलब this has to be there, that these three numbers would be the same and these two numbers would be the same. So either low is the red one or low is the blue one. So obviously it can be only either 2 or 3 out of those. And initially low is only 1 in the first 10, right? So number of low can be how many? I see that ek to yahan par hai low, right? And here there will be minimum 2 and maximum 3. So 1 plus 2 makes it 3. 1 plus 3 makes it 4. So can I say low can be 3, low can be 4. If low is 3, H would be 6 because they are double of that. If low is 4, H would be 8. If low is 5, H would be 10. So these are the various possibilities in all those cases. If low is 3, H is 6, M would be 11 because total 20 hai. 20 में से 9 are gone, 11 is left. If low is 4, H is 8, तो M बचे 8. If low is 5, H is 10, so M bache 5. I am not going above this because even this is not possible, guys. If you look at this, how can medium be equal to 5 only? That's not possible. How can medium be equal to 5 only? ये हो ही नहीं सकता. क्यों नहीं हो सकता? Let's check that. I'll tell you why it can't be possible. Okay, guys. So how should I tell it to you? Okay. See, how many mediums are for sure there? That is, 2 mediums are here. It is a surety that 2 are there. Out of these 3, at least 1 medium is there, though there can be 3 as well. But 1 to hai hi hai. So 2 mediums are a surety here. 1 medium is a surety here, that is 3. 2 mediums are a surety here, that is equal to 5. So 5 mediums are a surety. And I will have to put a medium over here as well. Otherwise, in these 5, if I do not put a medium, I'll have to put highs and lows only. Low could no longer be 5 then. Low to फिर 5 हो ही नहीं सकते. Because I already have minimum 3 lows, right? So low cannot be in that case 5 because if I take only 2 mediums here, तो यहाँ पे 3 low आ जाएंगे. I have 1 low from here, that is 4. तो यहाँ पे minimum 2 तो आएंगे, they would become 6. Then how would I be able to make high as 12? Because if low becomes 6, they would become 12. Low के 6 बनते ही high would be 12. I hope you understood this portion, right? So therefore I can by surety say that this is not a possibility. ये possibility नहीं हो सकती. So what else can be a possibility? Let us look at the first two. If I look at the first two, guys, now look at those. Let me just erase these. If low is 3, let's talk about this case, that what happens if low is 3. If low is only 3, in this case, 1 low is from here, so 2 lows must be from here. I am talking about this case now. Let us take just a possibility that if 2 lows are here, if 2 lows are here, those lows must be 1 here and 1 here. Then the 3 mediums would be 1, 1 and 1 here. Right? So 3 mediums ऐसे हो गया मेरे पास. Right? Now how many maximum number of mediums can I have? Just look at this. From here 2 mediums are fixed. From here I can have maximum of 3 mediums. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. I already have 8 mediums. I need 3 more mediums. Those 3 mediums can only be there if I put them at 11, 13 and 15. But in that case 15 and 16 will have the same contamination level. 10 and 11 would have the same contamination level, and this is not possible. Right? I repeat this. If low is 3, high would be 6 and medium would become 20 minus that is 11. If the maximum number of mediums I count, in the first 5 they are 2, in the next 5 they are maximum 3, 5 हो गए. In the last 5 they are maximum 3, 8 हो गए. Still I need 3 more. To put them 3 at 11, 13 and 15, I'll have to make 10 and 11 same, 15 and 16 same, which has been denied by the question. That means this possibility also does not exist. This possibility too does not exist. So the only possibility that exists is low 4, medium 8 and high 8. So let me just remove these. Low is 4, medium is 8 and high is also 8. Let's start putting these figures. Now how can low be 8? अब low 8 बनाने के there are two ways. First way is 16th is low, 18th is low, 20th is low. So I have 4 lows now. This will be medium, this will be medium. Now I need 8 highs. How many highs do I have? 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. These are fixed, right? I need, apart from these 3, 5 more. I will have to take all the 3 highs. They will make it 6. 2 more highs would be needed. I will have to take a high here, and the other 3 will have to become a medium. This is the only possibility that can be made. Out of the last 5, if I take 3 of them as low, this would be the only possibility that can be made to make 8 highs. There is no other way through which I can make 8 highs. I hope you have understood this, right? So ultimately I'll be having only one case from here. So that one case is this. This is the only case that can be formed if out of the last 3 I see that 3 of them are lows. So this would be the first possibility. Let's look at the second possibility. Out of the last 3 there are only 2 lows. So let us take this as low, let us take this as low. This would be medium, this would be medium, this would be medium. Now this possibility is also there. In this case, how many highs do I need now? Still need 8. तो उसके लिए कहने से this possibility does not even exist. Highs तो मुझे 8 ही चाहिए. 8 चाहिए तो this would be high, this would be high, this would be medium, this would be high. So I already have 6 highs. I need 2 more highs. So 2 more highs are needed. So that means in these figures now, I have to put 2H, 1L and 2M. 2H, 1L and 2M. In how many ways I can put that? That will give me all the possibilities that can be found. So let me just put them one by one. If I put a L here, so 2H and 2M are to be put. So here I cannot put M, otherwise their consecutive sums would be equal. So H, M, this is one of the possibilities. Or इसी के बाद other possibility is, if I do not put low here, I'll have to put a medium here, right? One medium is gone and I put a low here. So now 2 H's are left and one M is left. So यहाँ पे एक H आ जाएगा, यहाँ पे एक M आ जाएगा और यहाँ पे एक H आ जाएगा. This also is a possibility according to this. I hope this is clear. Similarly, if I put a medium here and low here, a medium here and low here, so still this would be a possibility like this: H, M and H, and then M, L, M, L and M. So there are various possibilities that can exist according to this second situation, but this is for sure that L can never be greater than 4 or less than 4. The only possibility is that L is equal to 4, H is equal to 8, M is equal to 8, and now we'll answer it according to the questions which are given to us. So let's just move on to the questions. First question. Which of the following must be true? The contamination level at P10 was recorded as high. Look at P10. Yes. Can I say P10 is always high? Look at P10. P10 is always high because whatever possibilities may exist, P10 is always high. Therefore, the answer for this question is option 1. Look at second. What best can be said about the number of pumps at which the contamination recorded was medium? So we have just calculated this कि medium तो हमारे पास जो है, it is fixed as 8, neither more than 8 nor less than 8. So therefore the answer for this question is exactly 8. For question number 6, the answer is exactly 8. Okay, let's move ahead. 7th, If the contamination level at P11 was recorded as low, then which of the following must be true? So P11 was recorded as low. So we just discussed this case, I suppose, कि अगर P11 पे low आ जाए तो. So this is the case that he is talking about, guys. ये वाला case. Because P11 is low. So in this case, what is the question asking you? The question is asking you, which of the following must be true? Contamination level at P12 was high, 14 was medium, 15 was medium, or 18 was low. So 12, 14, 15 and 18. These we have to check. 12, 14, 15 and 18. So 12 is M, M, H and M. So M, M, H and M. I'll put them there. M, M, H and M. So it is not high, it is medium, it is not high, it is not medium. So therefore my answer is second option now according to this condition. And similarly, I think the last one you can answer that now by yourself. Contamination level at P15 was recorded as medium. So put that medium there, and then which of the following must be false, and accordingly you will find the answer to that particular question as well. So I think now you can do it by yourself, because P15 पे अगर वो कहता है medium है, this is possible only in the first case, guys. So basically जो cases हम बना रहे थे, they are not needed. जो last वाले case, they are not needed. So according to that, whichever is false, you can answer that question. There is no problem. Okay. So I hope you have understood this set as well. So these two were slightly more difficult sets than the other ones. I mean, DI sets were easy. There were some easy sets as well. But my point was I wanted to discuss set theory with you. Though it is difficult, I assume that probably you'll get an idea that how can we make our job a bit easy in these questions. So that's all about these sets, guys. So first of all, this is an important information for you, that now today is the last date to use this code launch 30 to have a 30% discount, right, on all Gradeup Super's subscriptions. So if you want to subscribe to any one of them, just use this code, guys. And this is about me. I have talked about this before as well, so I think many of you would be knowing me. So if you want to see that, I mean, you can always see that later on as well. These are some of the important sessions that we have had for CAT 2021, but most of you are, I mean, appearing for 2020 probably would not be useful for you. Though we are starting with a CAT 2021 batch. So it is the second batch. The first one is already gone. The second one is starting, has already started from, I think, 5th of October. So in that batch, some of the classes have already gone, but those are the fundamental ones. And we are having a scholarship test for it. You can see that on your screen. It is from 17th October 10 a.m. to 18th October 10 a.m. It's a 60 minutes question paper, and 30 questions are there, and you can avail 100% scholarship in this. So it is absolutely free. You can go for it, guys, right? Will be useful for you. And this is about CAT 21 course that we are starting with. So if you want to go for a comprehensive course, you can just go for it, guys. All the salient features of the course are written over here. And yes, we have introduced a green card for MBA exams. So for all the test series of CAT or non-CAT exams, you can purchase this green card, and you can appear for all the mock tests and the sectional tests that are available on the Gradeup app, right? This is our great faculty team. If you have not met them before, you can see their bio under these people, right? These are all the people who would be teaching, right? So I think that will be all about this, guys. So this is about the subscription model of Gradeup, that you can have an 18-month subscription, 6 months or 3 months. That depends upon which course you are looking for. Okay. Some of the ongoing courses and upcoming courses which are there, you can check all of them at the Gradeup app, guys. So that's all for the day from my side. I hope you would have enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, please like the session as well. And that's all for the day. Good night, everyone.